Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Clean Out the Steam Library. Probably need to think of like some sort of title for this. I've been calling it the Great Steam Library Playthrough, and I think that that's quite fitting. I asked you guys in the last episode whether or not you would prefer for me to look to keep the games in the wheel and make it so that as we roll on by, we have the chances of hitting the same game multiple times. And my friend Robbie mentioned saying that he thinks it would be very satisfying to see the wheels slowly decrease over the course of time. And also, we can essentially take the wheel spin as a unlock feature for the game. So now that we have unlocked Hammer Ting, we can revisit it if we feel so inclined in the future. But for now, because I did not hit the remove button, let's just go ahead and get Hammer Ting out of the way. And with that, we are going to spin the wheel. What game are we going to land on today? Pyre. This is a game made by, if I'm not mistaken, the same people who made Bastion, I believe. This game. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and install this game. I've legitimately never played this one before, which is good. This is exactly what we're here to do, is to find games that I have never played and come on and have a little game. Set this up to download, and I will see you in a second. Hello everyone, and welcome to Pyre. Now, we'll start off by saying that it is kind of crazy because I knew that this game was published by and developed by, Supergiant Games, who are the same company that have created Hades and Hades 2, very, very popular games. I've always known that this kind of existed in the back of my mind, but I've never actually sat down and played it. But just from navigating the options menu, yeah, I can really see the Hades kind of seeping through. Pyre is a party-based RPG from the creators of Bastion and Transistor. This is back before Hades was actually a thing that they were doing. Lead your band of exiles to freedom through a series of mystical competitions in the campaign, or challenge a friend to a fast-paced ritual showdown in the head-to-head versus mode. So we're just going to jump into the campaign. We're going to play for a little bit until I get bored, and then we're gonna see what happens, I reckon. But I'm very excited to jump into this. It looks very different from a lot of stuff that I would normally play, and it looks very different from a lot of the stuff that I have seen from Supergiant. So I'm curious to see what it's all about. Let's go ahead and jump right into campaign mode. Difficulty standard, please. Hurry text. Hold space to rush stories. Toggle subtitles for the voice during the writes. Yes, please. Aim assist. While enabled, hold right click to automatically lock onto nearby adversaries in the writes. Okay, interesting. So this was a tactical RPG with like squad-based RPG. But if we're using rifles, sure. Let's see what happens. I do kind of already love the art style. Very reminiscent of Hades and those kinds of games. Okay, it needed me to click a button. Otherwise, it was just going to hang on that menu forever. The old Solitude wagon traveling through the barren wasteland as crows and birds of prey watch. The days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Move cursor here. Downside, a vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies. none have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. Masked woman. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups. Masked something. See? Right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. Said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know, I see you frowning under that mask. Looks like she's breathing. The masked wanderers presume you are female. Interact to change this. Ah, that's an interesting way of doing it. Seems she still is. Then stand aside. I shall send her to a better place. Masked creature. She's a she? Can you people just tell? Hang on. The markings on her rags. I think she's one of them. But look at her. She is beyond our help, and we are beyond hers. Broken, shaking, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows grim. Grim? Dim. You have at best, an hour. Reading comprehension is hard. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did, none of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal nothings here. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwin. Now, come on. He's one of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life on the downside. He sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like those stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Edwin beckons you to enter the black wagon. Sure. Press space at any time to advance events. Sure, step inside. Well, that was cool. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasp on her mask. Jesus. You may call me Jadariel. She's the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jadariel soon assists him. He's a dog. Ow. Unmasked creature. That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Haruki Greentail. He's the smallest yet loudest of the 3 masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can she do it? Hope so. I haven't asked her yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, sister. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking if you are a reader, one who can derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with the knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Interesting. Over time, you manage to learn something of the old ways. In spite of Commonwealth decree, literacy is a serious crime. No one in her right mind would dare violate the law of the land. Who are you, and what you did to earn your sentence is no one's business but your own. Remain silent. You stare back at Ruki, but say nothing in response. He stares back for several moments and then grows angry. Silent treatment, huh? Now, don't you play dumb with us there, understand? The dumb don't have those kinds of markings. Those are something else. We know what you are. Reader, you owe us your life. We ask for something simple in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. Let's have a look. A bit of a glance. Strange book. Oh, several strange books. And there's them. What's this? Old raiments. Colorful robes and ceremonial masks adorn the wagon walls for you. Get out of here. Odd creatures. Hungry looking creatures roost near some of the attic. There's nothing you can do for them now. Okay. Intricate sigil. The Symbol of some sort is set in the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. Beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get far. Sure. It's like gyrating in anticipation of being read. Very funny. One of the several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you meet seem very interested in them. Interact to learn more. Sure. I'm getting very like visual novel-esque vibes for this so far, which is interesting. This isn't what I was expecting to hop into, but here we are. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. I will go to say that I'm literally going into this pretty blind. I've not touched this game at all, and I have no idea what I'm in for. All I have to go off of is like screenshots from the store page that I have open on my other monitor, but nothing crazy. Cool. Forward, a formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. Far out. The art of this game is awesome. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus, we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom. Homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate? Triumvirate? Clad in the raiments of the rites bearing this book, oblige the voice that tells you more. Oh, well, far out. What is a triumvirate? I have no idea what that word means, but I'm going to assume, off of context clues, that what they are dressed up as are triumvirates, and it's some sort of, I wouldn't say like religious kind of deal, but probably some sort of like spiritual individual kind of, maybe? Who knows? We got this forward brief instructions on when, where, and how to commence the rites. Sure. Neat. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. Words swim through your mind as Hedwyn gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? Then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. It's a hard task reading nowadays, I guess. It is probably something that not a whole lot of people do, so I can definitely see it being quite taxing. Reader!
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge?
No, it's like no Oblivion Scrolls sort of moment.
'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights. The one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. So, it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go? She should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in her. She could abandon us. She won't. You look upon the 3 of them from beyond as Hedwyn then calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downsides. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom, you'll focus your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked. Interesting. So this is like the combat section of it, I guess.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
Okay. Good job, Hedwyn.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate.
Triumvirate.
They must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
Hold space to pass to Rookie.
The three must act as one.
Only one exile can move at a time. Hold shift to sprint. Your exile's abilities are shown here. Ah. Sprint until stamina is depleted. Sure.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified.
This is interesting. Okay, so obviously this guy's the fast one.
Yes, the exiled Rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time.
Rookie is banished.
His or her cohorts must make do on their own.
Interesting.
Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites, you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The
Okay.
aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it.
I didn't read that middle part because I was reading the top subtitles. That's my bad.
Cast your aura like a stone.
Hold right click to banish adversary from afar.
Correctly done.
This is interesting.
Again. Just so.
Cool.
A
Okay.
glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes
Aura's
of you.
exiles soon return.
Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura.
Lose your
Then the
aura when you have the
quenches
orb.
flame.
Okay. And the orb quenches the flame.
Now I say jump.
Press W to leap into the adversary's pyre. Ah.
Thus
Oh,
sails the
that's
orb
cool.
into the waiting flame.
Okay. And he did more damage?
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns.
Oh. That's not...
'Tis taken.
Okay. Interesting.
Their pyre shan't survive much more.
Okay, so it's like 30 damage. Well, I don't actually know, really. Try dumping. Extinguish the adversary's pyre. Well, that was a bad idea. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I see it. So you do. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, shoot. Now you're dead. So it's kind of like, in a really weird way. Oh, just made it. In a weird way, it's kind of like, what was that game that came out recently that was like soccer, but there's three of you? It was made by like a bunch of League of Legends devs. Oh, I got like a beta key to play in like the closed beta of it, and I can't remember what it was called. For the life of me, it's gone.
But all those such as
Omega Strikers? It kind of feels like that, but you're a single player trying to do all three nerds simultaneously. And you kind of have to, you can almost like set them up as barriers because their aura kind of like persists the whole time. And then when you actively take control of somebody, their aura seems to decrease a little bit. That's a lot. There's a lot of information to try and like process in that short amount of time. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Sure. Jadariel leads you outside where a clear night sky awaits. Show us before the howlers catch our scent. Where shall the rites commence? An ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that they may yet have ours. Sure. Gaze at the stars, seek out your destination. Capriest, the Olden Star, star of the moon stag hunter. Those born under these are ambitious. This whole game so far has like a crazy amount of lore I'm finding. Oh, I don't have. Hang on. There we go. I didn't have my cursor locked to the screen. Gold is south. Determine the dedication of the next rite, so I can interact with that one. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone, much farther than the naked eye can see. So we interact with this one, and this will show us where the next rite is. That definitely was an image that flashed up on the screen. 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Gold. According to the stars, the next rite shall commence here. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by Golathanian loom over those living in the shadow. Supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. Then we best get started. Oh, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What say you, Jody? Jadariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, sister. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rites are the key. It is a lot to take in. Fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Let's go join them. Begin your quest for freedom in the campaign. We did also get another achievement where we flung the orb at an individual and then killed them with our aura by approaching them, which apparently, because if they get the orb, then they no longer have the aura, so they've got no offensive capabilities while holding the orb. You arrive in Downside Prairie, one of the Downside's only verdant regions. It only gets less hospitable as you press further north. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I really like this sort of way of doing this, especially in these types of games that are like fairly lore heavy. There was one that I saw somebody playing. I think, it was the newer Warhammer game, Rogue Trader. It's Rogue Trader. I saw somebody playing that, and they showed that, you know, every like sentence or two had like one of these little highlighted things. You could go into like a codex to basically get all of the information you need, and I really like that, especially with these kind of games that, you know, if I was to put this game down for a little bit and then come back to it like later in the month, I would probably have no idea about anything that was happening anymore. And having like these little notifications as like ways to kind of understand the lore that the writers were intending and kind of like give you a little bit more of a reminder text, it's really, really helpful for a lot of people. I feel maybe I'm maybe I'm biased because it really helps me out, but I think that it's genuinely something that's really helpful to a lot of people. I'm telling you, we ought to take the Northern Pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow Root I've got to pay a visit to besides. The northern route to the Ridge of Gold goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Spy on your associate. Best we head to Blooming Pool and avoid attention. The southern route to the Ridge of Gold goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the sand folds means no bathing in the springs, so they're just there to mock you. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it. The dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while. What if the reader settled this? She marks the way, we get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instructions on our path. No second guessing her along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. That's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may now choose a route toward your goal at certain junctures. Weigh the options. Cool. So we can either go north through Hollow Root. Rookie knows somebody there who owes him, or Blooming Pool. Jadariel thinks that she can find rare flora here. Ruki knows someone here who owes him. I guess if he knows somebody there who owes him, then I don't see why we wouldn't just go that way, because that's kind of more of a, I guess, quote unquote, guaranteed benefit, guaranteed boon, rather than Jadariel only thinking that she might be able to get a rare flora. The art style of this game and the art direction is just like absolutely like awesome, by the way. I know I've already kind of I know that I've already touched on it a little bit, but it is just almost like breathtaking how beautiful this game looks already. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Ruki stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey sister, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. You received a plain parcel. You cannot tell what is inside. It can be sold at Slug Market for 30 gold. Certain types of luxury goods somehow find their way down to the downside. Any onward. I wonder what's so good about the Commonwealth that the downside is like so bad that everybody's trying to leave it. Oh, and there's the image that we saw. It's like the big, like, yeah, nose with like steam smoke coming out of it and like horns. Black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gold. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Commence the rite. Page revealed, the first exile. Your roving makeshift home in the downside. Interact or press C anywhere to check inside. You reach the celestial landmark. Now to get everything and everyone prepared. Interact to begin your first true trial. Okay. Alright, so we've got a lot of little things that we can click on. This. Oh, they're just hoverable. A reasonable likeness of a younger Ruki with his mother and uncle. His status is nearby. Jody's throw rug, fashioned from a howler's hide, sends their ilk a clear message. Jadariel says to not step on it. Jadariel's status is nearby. Want passes for cooking supplies in the downside. Headwind does most of the cooking. Headwind status browsing the book. That's the Book of Rites. Lone minstrel. Figure sits very still in a corner of the wagon. He is unresponsive but seems to be alive. Drive imp. A drive imp. Creatures such as this must have been bred to push the black wagon along. Okay, so these little imp dudes are what is effectively pushing and driving our... What is this? Is this a thing? Is this anything? No, it's just like a bunch of hay there. You observe the man slumped in the corner of the wagon bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems an inopportune time to ask him about him. Seems to have something on his mind. Interact to speak with him. Hey sister, appreciate you taking us up through Hollow Route back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the Slug Market? Crude trading post found in the downside. Commonwealth contraband sometimes finds its way to the downside, and this is where it is traded and sold. Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second guessing our good sister's decisions, right? Jadariel says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Night falls soon. Come along, Greentail, we have much left to prepare. He is an opportunistic and well-connected cur, still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. Two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. So, like, is this telling me that this is here because I can interact with it? Or I can't interact with it because they are nearby? Common room. Your fellow exiles' living quarters are functional but little. Interact to view the roster. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths towards enlightenment in the rites. Oh, okay. This is Hedwin. Edward's race is nomad, common folk cast from the Commonwealth and stripped of name, home, and title. One's progress towards a deeper understanding. They've got an enlightenment bar? Glory, attribute effects. Okay, so they have different damage dealt to the pyre, the different aura sizes, different levels of movement speed, and duration of banishment. One's capacity to see the light and things. Oh god. Okay. This is a lot of information. And we can, oh cool, we get to learn like how long they're exiled for, what their motive was, what the crime was that they committed. Demon, people who survived in exile long enough to be transformed by it in body, if not in spirit. And this guy's just, this is, the cur is the race. Swift dog-like creatures known for their loyalty, optimism, and appreciation for the simple things. I thought cur meant like in the darkest dungeon kind of way. Rabbling about in the darkness. That sort of stuff, you know. Interesting. Okay. So we've got Talisman Pocket. Ruki's Masteries. What does this mean? Okay, so you've got no masteries. We've got a plain parcel that can go into the talisman slot, but this isn't a talisman. And then I assume that these are mastery equivalent slots. Okay, cool. Neat. So I assume we probably get more of a roster as we kind of like get along at that point. Cool. Okay, what does this book want to tell us now? The First Exile. In the words of Golathanian, Master General. Let's inspect this. You know perhaps the thrice-cursed name of Solium Mer, the Emperor of Sar, the First Exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life, such was the hatred for him in and around his country. Yet we found in Solium Mer a man transformed in mind, body, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time, he named us all his scribes, and he became the Eighth. It's my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. Know his story is to know the rights. Very cool. Okay, so there's 8 rights. So I assume that without any further ado, we're prepared. Nobody wants to talk to me anymore, so now we can commence. Darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set, however, everything is still and calm. Soon, they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. We traveled all this way for nothing. I don't think we did. Look up. Oh, wow. Cool. That's like the symbol that's part of the title of the game, which is pretty neat. Now a celestial orb will fall from the sky.
You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate.
A triumvirate.
Your adversary
A sorcerer.
this eve shall be the accusers.
A sorceress.
Whoever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom.
Okay.
Now let the rites commence.
Bang. Sure. So our pyre's at 100, their pyre's at 100. They've got 3 nerds. We've got our 3 cool nerds. Stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rights. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still. We have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the night wings grace us with their presence. The name of a triumvirate. It was like triumphant. It's like a triumphant triumvirate in blue. It seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, saves for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Lendl, surprised to see old Lendl again? Trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to have seen it again since last time. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. The accusers, an exile triumvirate, Latin gold, their leader harbors ill will for something he thinks you did. Shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It's time. From the shadows, you clutch the book of rights and focus on the task at hand. So it's W to jump, shift to run, space to toss the orb between individuals.
Begin.
I don't know. No, okay. You're dead. Okay, so this is kind of like... I jumped! No, I promise I jumped! Oh, this is... Okay, you don't necessarily... Okay, so you can kill. So what's stopping me from just like... Oh, big jump! What's stopping me from just taking the taking the big one and just wandering?
The orb is up.
Ah, you can actually hit me through. I thought that because it was sort of doing a thing that it would be blocked. It kind of was like somewhat blocked, but I guess it's like not blocked as much as I thought. No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers, stand your ground. Let your auras boil and rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We've flustered them. We're getting there, but they've hunkered down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation. Hold right click to fling the orb into the pyre. So it seems like when you're kind of like close to each other, your auras kind of stick together. And that's when... I did not charge that as much. I did. Okay.
A daring display.
Interesting.
The orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks.
Oh. That seems pretty strong. Okay, so you can just paddywhack my dudes.
Goodbye, Joe Dario.
Oh, I can't. Okay. This game is going to get very complex later. I can feel it already. I'm already kind of struggling with just like the idea of multitasking them and actually doing stuff. But I just... Yeehaw! Ricky just running straight into it is very funny. Wait. Oh, wait, it's... Yeah. Oh, it is right-click to cast, but you can't do it while you've got the thing. Of course, because you don't have aura during that time. So why would you be able to? Alright, owned. Oh. Oh, shoot. Double kill. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. We just kind of slowly walk around them and we call it a day. Prevail on a right without your pyre taking damage. Your singular fleeting victory. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness. And when next we meet, you'll rue the day. Yeah, alright.
wisdom of the scribes.
Conducted right, prevailed in right. Plus 500.
Has gained enlightenment.
We have withstood worse nights than this, though few are strange.
Regain their freedom.
Oh. Choose a mastery for Jadariel. After banishing an adversary, Jadariel instantly recovers all of her stamina. After using her rush to lunge forward, Jadariel can rush again straight away. Interesting. Well, these are great. Any adversaries banished by Jadariel take 30% longer than normal to return. Jadariel can banish adversaries by flinging the... Oh, that sounds pretty good. Landing from a jump, Jadariel briefly stuns nearby adversaries, making them drop the orb. 7 seconds after saluting her adversaries, Jadariel deals an additional 10 glory to the adversary's pyre. Press T to salute during a rite. Okay, so you can emote Fortnite dance on them and make your life a little bit easier, I guess. Jadariel permanently gains +4 presence, raising the size of her aura. That's pretty good. At the start of a rite, Jadariel's pyre automatically gains an extra 35 glory? Okay. I think I like this side a bit better. So let's go this one.
Bestows his favor.
Rookie did not achieve enlightenment. I guess like Jadariel's enlightenment achievable was just like a little bit easier than the other two. Just continue. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. Okay. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. So is there 8 rites in total? I wonder what happens if we fail the rite. Alright, back into the wagon. What is going on there? Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda is keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we're free. Here, sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendel back there. Just cold-mannered ahead of the accusers and bears an older grudge against Lendel the Liar. Anyway, I guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions? Come, ask away. We need you in this for the long haul. No one wishes to know if anything is troubling you. Ask what happens if you refuse to help. You begin to get the impression that your participation is not optional. Ask why he was exiled. Ask how he got this wagon. Black wagon and its contents belong to a group called the Nightwings. What happened? You led your fellow exiles to the rites, yet they have not asked you to participate firsthand. Yeah, that seems like an interesting one. You ask Hedwyn while he and his companions did not invite you to participate in the rites firsthand and relied only on your guidance. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal, read the stars again for us, and I'll tell you about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons towards the fading dark above. Seek out your destination. Okay, so we kind of only really got the one question to ask, which is fine. Very... First star of the first empress. Jamur, the dusk star, burns bright over an ancient spring in Jamur Valley. Ooh, it's like a big scorpion. That one I kind of got. I didn't understand the whole salamander dragon head in the first one, but the cool scorpion, I got that one. It's a long way north and west. We'll see if the old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean. Status, Jody? No sign of howlers, everything is secure. Good. Then we get some rest. We're headed for the spring of Jamur at dawn. According to the stars, the next rite should commence here. The Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. At dawn, we are on. We've got people who want to talk. Seems he has something on his mind to speak to you about. So this is a symbol of the Nightwings. triumvirate. It's very heavy. What's going on, Ruki? You find Ruki rummaging in the corner of the black wagon. Hey sister, know what? It's good having somebody else around besides those two. So come to think of it, there's something I wanted to get your take on and have to promise to tell me honestly. Would you say, what I mean is, he hesitates trying to find the words. Look, what I'm trying to say is, he senses something serious is troubling him. Moves in very close, making sure no one else is in earshot. Mustache. I'm getting some conflicting reports about it. Would you say that my mustache makes me, that it makes me look a little bit, you know, unscrupulous? Ricky wishes to know if you think his mustache suits him. Say it looks perfectly fine. It is very handsome, and if anything, it gives him a distinguished sort of look. You see, something about it makes him appear less trustworthy and perhaps less youthful too. His appearance is not your concern, nor is a drawn-out discussion on personal grooming. I think your mustache looks perfectly fine, Ruki. Grins wide at you. Couldn't agree more, sister. I knew straight away that you're a real judgy character. Anyway, gotta check the wheels again for mites. See you around. He bounds off out of the wagon. Ruki gained +1 hope for the next rite. Okay, cool. So little conversations that you have some sort of mechanical benefit to the actual gameplay, which is pretty cool. I like that. God, you can really see like the 80s sort of inspiration from this game. So over to Pyre Valley. Ruki knows something about this arid wedge. Fire out. And the imps are doing that? What the hell are the imps doing? What are they feeding these imps? They got beans. Here we are in Pyre Valley. Do I have another choice to make? Climate here in Pyre Valley is hot. Exiled curs roam this sand-swept fossil wasteland. Among the 8 scribes, the Alpha Chief Jameer Manymane took a special liking to this. I'm sure that I'm pronouncing this wrong, but there's no voice acting, so, you know. Well, I mean, there's voice acting, but there's not voice acting. You know what I mean? Hot and uncomfortable. And on top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? We can go home? That's a cool looking character. Like the eyes poking through all the paleness. Like the monochrome look. She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you crossed the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense that she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwyn. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Jadariel approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. Cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us, but at present we have room for you and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. Jadariel leaves without awaiting a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You are so kind. You are most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. Centuries of oral tradition have shaped the history of the 8 scribes into myth and legend. She claps her hands and then bursts into laughter and performs some sort of dance. Ruki stares at all of this and he leans in close to Hedwyn. Hey, so, what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What, we're gonna take in every mite, bit and drive imp we find now too? Easy, Ruki. I think he'd want for us to bring this one along. Through Sandalwood? I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. The apparent name of some mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Jadariel and Ruki. He asked that we use our best judgment. Besides, if we send her away, she'll go telling anyone she finds about us. Can't risk that right now. So, I can come in. It's very hot and I'm a little thirsty and a little tired too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question though, what do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home, they called me lots of names, like for the color of my hair. They made fun of you just because you got grey hair? That's it, my name. It rhymes with grey. My name, it. Oh, it's just, they called me lots of names. You sense the girl, far out, yeah, hello. You sense the girl struggling to recollect a certain name that she felt best suited her. You think that you can help the stowaway girl make peace with her name. You sense her name is Zay. Her name is Shay. Her name is Ray. Her name is Day. Faye. Hey, May. I guess like if I was to pick, there are several other names ending in A of which you are aware. Yeah, hang on. Consider other possibilities. Lay, Che, Nay, Tay, Zay, Tay, Gay, Bay. This one cannot possibly be right. Can it Gay the Grey perhaps was how her tormentors made light of her? I mean, if I'm making a name up for her, I think Shay's nice. Shay like shade. Suggest that the Stowaway's girl's name is Shay. Why, that's it. My name is Shay. My name is Shay. Young vagabond girl with an odd manner and unshakable sense of curiosity. Where I am from, they called me Shay the Shoddy, but I guess maybe you don't have to say that past because I didn't really like it. Your fellow exiles decided to bring Shay along for now. She almost collapsed from exhaustion, so you take her in and show her somewhere that she can rest. Shay has joined the group. She is tired, but excited. Okay, cool. We're definitely kind of like getting a little team that we can kind of like throw them all together in certain configurations, I guess, to best match whatever adversaries we come across in our campaigns. Black Wagon arrives in somewhat peaceful stretch of Jamur Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night to give Shay and all of you a little time to rest. Oh, sounds good. Consider your options. Having pitched camp with your companions for once, it seems you have some quiet time to spare. Okay, but now if we go into here, hey, we can talk to Shay. So I'm assuming that what we're going to see is that over time, take a ladder way up the wagon's drive imp centrifuge. Only imps could fit up here. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so it's like, I have a feeling that just over time, I can see that the wagon would get like a lot prettier or like more done up as we kind of like get more nerds online. Seeking water for the group. This sharpening things in Jody's throat rug. And then snooping around outside. Okay, so you can kind of tell from this that like they're not going to want to talk to you. Can I talk to this man now? Talk to him. No, it's okay. We're all good. She seems to have something on her mind. What's going on, Shay? Shay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, miss. You're the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. This wagon, he and I are the same age, almost to the very day, but I am older by 3 weeks, so I'm giving him a hard time. Little brother, I call him. He is a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair at times, and I don't like it very much, but he is family. I am happy to be here with my family. Thought I had lost all of them again. I thought I had lost them all. Oh, but we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance, in case the scribes are watching. Hi, miss. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Yeah, definitely an interesting individual. But you know what? A little bit of character never hurt nobody. I'd rather have somebody be hanging out with somebody with a big personality than somebody who's an asshole, that's for sure. I'll tell you that much for free. Interact to resolve this event. All 4 of them are out and about. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Jadariel motions for you to join them. Best get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it, always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know, perhaps prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy, keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. Certain junctures you may choose from several vocations, ways in which you can make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. Use what time you have. And forage for resources, study in private, or mentor a companion. Teach your fellow exiles of the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. Hone your skills as a reader to grant small global bonuses to your fellow exiles. Search the surrounding area for valuables to add to your Black Wagon's stash of goods. I haven't really seen any real reason to be getting us stuff yet. I can see it kind of maybe being drip fed to us. Maybe we can purchase like talismans and stuff when we get to the slug market. But other than that, I haven't really seen any like benefits for this as of right now. I feel like studying to give like a general kind of boost just across the board is probably going to be pretty worthwhile. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites. More traditional loan. With undivided attention, through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Attribute bonuses you bestow on all of your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. The triumvirate, whose reader is well attuned to the book, has an inherent edge against its adversaries. Focus on which aspect of the book. Okay, so you can't go straight into glory. Its teachings and their wisdom, its authors and their prowess, its innate mystic power. I feel like having plus like a little bit more movement speed sounds pretty good because Jadariel is quite slow. You concentrate on your knowledge of the 8 scribes and how together they composed the Book of Rites among their many feats. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from a book or from within, you cannot tell. Reader's influence celerity. All Nightwings gain +1 quickness. Very cool. There is definitely a lot going on in the lore of this game. And I'm really here for it. I'm kind of eating it up, gonna be completely honest with you. I do apologize, there hasn't been a whole lot going on this episode. It's kind of just been me reading, because there's a lot to read. Path leading further west splits off, and once again your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Jay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. So we can go through Glue Hive, or we can go through Fall Flat. South Road across Jamil Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Shay believes those who travel this path shall be as swift as Jamil of the 8 scribes. North route across Jamil Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Shay believes those who travel this path shall be as strong as Goal of the 8 scribes. Well, I mean, if we're going to be swift, we did just upgrade our movement speed. So if this is kind of hinting at us being a little bit faster in our next ride, then I'm here for it. More power to us. Shay is behaving stranger than usual as you traverse the desolate sprawl Fall Flat. Even the wild curs of the valley avoid the oppressive heat of this place. This was the path that Jamir Menimane, the 6th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Brave or the Alpha Chief that united the curs under a single banner and charted half the known world. This is the path that Jamir Menimane ran across so many times. Can you not feel his presence, him and all of his friends, here in the sand and in the air and all about? First you pay it little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness in their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Companions gain +1 quickness for the next ride. Man, Ruki is going to bloody soar through, just like zip all the way through everything going on. That's crazy. Right, well, looks like we are ready for the next ride. En route to the Spring of Jamil, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Ruki insists that you take a look after you settle in. Alright, well, we hunker down for the night. Slug market, where you can trade your foraged goods for things of greater value. Let's go maybe talk to Ruki, just to see. Oh no, Hedwin wants to chat. Going on, Hedwin. Motions for you to join him. His easygoing smile soon fades. You asked before, how come you can't conduct the rites yourself? It's a fair question, and I wanted to respond. It's not that we don't think you could do it. I told you when we met, you're tougher than you look. It's just your connection to those books, to us. We need your guidance out there in the field. We can't do this ourselves. I've made that clear. You've made that clear. You are our reader. Well, out of all of us, you have the most important job. Nor do we have a substitute if you decide that this job is not for you. He pauses for a moment, then his expression softens. Look, we'll help each other get out of here, and as for the rights, we don't want you to feel left out. Every time we go out there, you're right here with us, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for hearing me out. He nods to you in a reassuring way as he departs, leaving you to consider what he said. So I feel like this is already kind of setting it up that everybody's going to kind of go on and do the thing. And I'm just going to be stuck here reading books. Do we have more to read? Oh, wait, this is all more to read. The last emperor, in the words of Gathanium, the master general. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solium Mur? How many countries fell before our spears and our blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solium Mur paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know what the Emperor caught. We did not know that the Emperor cared for nothing. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name and vowed to seek it out. Kill. Anyway. Exit. Slug market. Big old slug. Trade forage good for things of great value. Hot creature. Hey guys. How's it going, Mr. Greentail? Been a while and all that. He's got a little slug. Is this a slug as well? Or is he just like an old man with like weird eyes on his head? Hey Ron, how's it going? He's a traveling sales creature and proprietor of the downside slug market. Hey, how come you've set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh, well, let's just say you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. We've been around the block, and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Ruki signals to you in a furtive way. He's the deal, sister. Got an informant says there's something here connected to this rights business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon Ron. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That plain parcel you got there? I could take it off your paws if you want. Drag the plain parcel to Ron's stash. 30. You shall have 40 soul. Most of the fallen empire's currency was destroyed, though some still circulate in the black markets. Sure. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail, though you drive a pretty hard bargain. Now, you gotta take something off my hands here, or what? Drag the moon crest to your stash. Well, hang on. After being bashed by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately. Carrying the orb, the bearer moves faster than usual. When plunging into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals bonus damage. That seems pretty good. At the start of a rite, the bearer's pyre automatically gains 7 health, I guess is what that is. This is 200. Okay. That does seem really good. I can see why it's a 200 gold talisman. Sure. Sure. We'll pay this for 20 things. 20 soul. That's a one-of-a-kind thinger. Yeah, that's what I was literally just saying. I'll just grab one of these things. You got yourself a real good deal from me as well, so thanks. Switch to the roster to equip the talisman. Apparently, any one of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing during the rites, I mean. Just a question of who gets to try it out. Each of your fellow exiles may have a talisman equipped. Decide who shall wield it. And I assume... so there's still only the 3 of them. You just, like... You've all got, like, the same... Current enlightenment need... Current 1250 needed for next rank 1250. Okay. Yeah. Okay, they all had the same, they just kind of gained a little bit more. 30% chance to return immediately. Sure, we'll give it to Ruki. Not. He's probably the guy that I'm going to be just like popping in the most anyway, so. Multicolored sausage links. Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having some trouble with his feet, getting real something or other from all the hoofing around. So you see, Ricky indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Yep, time to hit the old dusty trail. See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there too. I liked her, seems real nice, you know. Okay, we've talked, we've bought, it's the right. As you complete preparations for the rite to commence, you notice that Shay is approaching. You notice too that she is wearing your companion's raiments. We can go home. Shay, I thought I made myself quite clear that you are not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jadariel. I just thought that maybe you were being funny at the time. Unbelievable. Yeah, she definitely looks like the kind of person who's known for cracking jokes all the time. Hey, something's happened in the sky. I think we're up. Imagine if I gave all of my stuff to Hedwyn and just like immediately he just wasn't in the party anymore. You lose your aura when you grasp the orb.
Reader,
No.
what brings you to the spring of Jomir?
Jamir. See, I was right. Jamir.
Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers
Triumvirate.
4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate.
The
They
fate.
still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
Do I get to see who I'm up against before I get to choose? The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. Oh my god. Their apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Night Wings, and I'm grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Ulmer. He's an honorable old cur bent on upholding the sacred traditions of the rites with his son. He is the dutiful foster son of Dalbert Oldheart. Yeah, look, I was gonna, I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah, I wasn't gonna be rude. But we kind of had like a Kung Fu Panda Poe and his father situation going on here. If I'm gonna be completely honest with everyone. I wasn't the only one thinking it. I'm sure that everybody was like, how? We need not greet them, father. We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first, we offer you a token of good faith in show of appreciation that the Nightwings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere as he hands you a small talisman. That's nice. Tailwind Crest grants the bearer +2 quickness. Thank him and begin. That cur was very kind, and his son, he was so caring, wasn't he? When can we start? I want to help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct the rite, but we've got 4 now besides the leader. This ought to be her call. Her call. If someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? Henceforth, you shall choose 3 exiles to conduct each rite. Prepare to make your choice.
Who shall strive for freedom?
So what is Shay looking like? Shay is kind of an all-rounder. Not super quick. You've got the bonuses, so you definitely have to like I think it like weirdly enough. Rookie. Don't have to tell me twice, sister. No, ooh, true. Give Shay the talisman, the Tailwind Crest, and now she's as fast as Rookie?
Shay.
Jay. Oh, me? Thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do too. And then Jadariel.
Jodariel.
As you will. Hey, I'll have other chances. I think you did the right thing. Don't make it worse. Nightwings, I trust you are well prepared for these old eyes, yet see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready to, my son? Hope so, father. Here, now, let me show you. Dalbert Oldheart. Oh, shoot, we're in.
Now begin. An opportunity. Glory to the Nightwings, first of all.
I was gonna say Dalbert Oldheart and his son Ulmer Oldheart, and the third person who is also here.
Path.
Oh, you are quick. Look at you go. Yep, straight in.
Thrust into the fire.
19, and now we've got all three up. Look forth, my son, the waters of Jamur Many bring blessings onto us this eve. Perhaps our chances come at last. We need more than blessings to prevail against them, Father. Please keep fighting. Oh. Collect moon drops. 0 out of 3. Go on, Rookie.
A boon come from the stars
Infinite
themselves.
stamina.
But shall it be enough for Dalwyn, this hateful son?
Yay. Yep. Yep. Oh, you little bitch. Switch. Oh. She has like a little charge up for her run. Whee! Oh, he's so fast. What the hell? Oh, I wanted to thread it through the middle so bad. No. Oh. Oh no.
Contempt.
Okay. We're losing our first point. Alright. I get it. I understand it now. I understand it now. I was trying to be tricky with it when I should have just done exactly that and just do that 2 more times and we're good.
Once more like that, and we are finished here.
Oh no, I thought for some reason that she was able to Ooh. Wait, oh no! I thought for some reason that when she used her shift to kind of like jump, that she was able to just jump over stuff because it was weirdly looking like she could jump. Fucking baited. Oh my god! Wait!
Away with them.
What's going on? Why did I get owned? She was clearly in the aura.
Cast into your pyre.
Come on, guys. I promise I wasn't, I'm just gonna take my goat and just
Rookie doused the
I
adversary's
got
flames.
one. Oh. Aura blast.
Second wind.
Secondary aura blast. Oh, the double. Oh. Get out of here.
And it is done.
And it is done.
Wings prevail.
Easiest triple of my
The will
life.
of the 8 scribes which kept their flame alive.
It was the will
You
of
shan't
the
be
8
quite so
stripes.
fortunate next time.
I guess we won. I think we did. Alas, that in so doing, we set back that family that we confronted. Exiles of the Nightwings, the dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. Father, the dawn may have been ours. We failed, and I have failed you. Nonsense. We are the fate. We do what is ordained, nothing less. Led by the cur Dolbert Oldheart, and with the help of his adopted son, the savage Elmer the Helpless. Far out. I need to just like hit in his cornflakes after it was pissed in, man. Come on. Now let us go, my son, for I am weary once again. Let us go, son. I need to sleep. Cool.
It seems the exiled rookie opened up his eyes.
See that, chums? Old rookie Greentail's got some bite in him yet. Or what have you got available to you? Rookie can jump a second time while airborne? That seems crazy. When sprinting, Rookie accelerates faster than usual to an even faster top speed. After he is banished by an adversary, Rookie has a 50% chance to return in only 1 second. Rookie can jump a second or third time while airborne. What? After plunging into the adversary's pyre, Rookie soon returns rather than remaining banished. Ruki casts his aura 50% farther than usual. When Ruki banishes adversaries by casting his aura, the blast can banish nearby adversaries, and then Ruki deals an additional. Oh my! Oh, both of these are so good. Like just being able to get him back as soon as possible. I think that's
from the Alpha Chief himself.
the jumps would be awesome, but I think just like being able to just plunge him in and then just have him come back immediately, awesome. Hello, excuse me. I mean, would you excuse me for a moment, do you think? You're one of them. What do you want? Father needs me. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What is the matter with you? It is against the rights for us to even speak like this. Did not know that, I don't think. No one said anything to me. No one said anything like that to me, but then all this, it's very new to me, and so I thought, maybe you cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot, and you know, how about you? This is a Nightwing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. But I just... to go. Wait, Alma, wait. I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Wait. She's pretty cool. I like Shay. You may switch to a different difficulty setting at any time in the options menu. I wonder if they just amp up their AI or just give them like buffs. Hey, got like a little star thing and old mate's gone. As you return to the wagon after overcoming the fate, you notice Jadariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? Who? Wait, the sleeping guy? The minstrel. He's gone. You see it is true. There is no trace of the lone minstrel who had been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You join the others and search for him outside. Fellow exiles have revealed nothing to you of the lone minstrel or how they found him, though you sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. You gaze upon the stars once more. Seek out our destination. Jameer. Now we need Haub. Haub, the midnight star. Midnight star burns bright over the standing stones at the edge of flagging hands. Whoa. That was pretty freaky looking. Freaky as in like, you know, like a trumpet and some tambourines or something. Maybe not freaky. Maybe freaky is the wrong word. Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley, towards the Khan Haub. And the accursed imp here felled the mighty Bone Titan, Shaq's sixth soldier. That's right, we have to risk it. What if that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him on this night or another. They continue searching for some time. However, the minstrel is nowhere to be found. Awesome. Well, I think I'm happy to call it there. It's been about an hour, just over an hour. This has genuinely been a pretty fun little experience. I'm surprised that I never actually sat down and played this earlier. It definitely has that like Supergiant Games sort of polish to it. I can see why this game maybe wasn't as popular as the other games that they have produced, because it's very different. It's interesting. I really like it. And I think that the lore has been very cool so far, and I'm really interested to see what happens with the rest of the story. But as always, this was one of the games on the Steam library wheel that we spun at the start of the video, so I am going to leave it up to you, dear audience, whether you would like to see another episode of this game or whether you would like to see me spin the wheel and potentially play something new. That's not to say that I'd never return to this. Now that we have kind of spun the wheel and hit this, we have unlocked it, and I can return to it at a different time if I so choose. So don't feel like saying that you want to see me spin the wheel means that I'm never going to play this game again, because it is very likely that I will come back to this at a later date, even if we don't want to continue this. So If you made it all the way through to the end of this video, thank you so much for giving it a try and giving it a bit of a watch. Consider subscribing if it is something that you are interested in following along with as I go through and play through all of my Steam library. I would very much like to have you around, but whether I see you next time or never again, have a wonderful whatever it is wherever you are, and that's about it. Catcha.